Good morning. It's the early hours of May 7th. My cat woke me up super early and I've got a bunch of work to do. So I thought I'd go ahead and take advantage of sitting under this amazing full moon and do today's reading. So welcome. We focus on the prompts for meditation, for journaling, for guidance in these next 24 hours in these readings. I'm a reader from Brooklyn, New York, and let's get started. I have to say, I don't mean to have political overtones in every reading, but sometimes you just have to read the cards and they're there. So actually, I'm going to start here today. The Eight of Swords. Again, this is the Mythical Creatures Tarot. Wonderful, one of my favorite decks. I think my favorite deck right now, but not a beginner's deck. The Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped in the most basic sense, not seeing the way forward. These swords are thoughts. So really, in the Rider-Waite version, you see an image of a woman loosely bound with a blindfold, surrounded by these swords, in this case indicating painful feelings, painful thoughts. But the truth is, it's really an illusion. These are the things we tell ourselves to keep us stuck. That if we wanted to see another way, we could. It's almost like a comfort zone of pain. And I'm starting here because that is really resonating throughout the rest of the reading. So we have the Queen of Coins. She keeps showing up. I love that card. The Tower reversed. And the Five of Coins reversed. Coins, again, remember, are often called pentacles in other decks. These are material aspects of our lives. This is earth, things that are tangible, jobs, money, homes, possessions, things earthly, things of this earth. So we start here. This is a coin or pentacle dominated line. We have the Queen of Coins. She is the pinnacle of, again, speaking of earth, this is actually talking about the grounded aspects of ourselves. Those things, actually feeling the earth beneath our feet. I love the roots in this picture. She's actually, typically an older female, an established female, female energy. Gender doesn't necessarily have to apply, but someone who has really learned to master the art of the pentacle, whether it be their finances or just simply being grounded and connected to the earth. I keep saying grounded because I get the Tower reversed as the next card. Not really surprising to see here in such a powerful full moon, but the word that always comes to mind, like the top word for cards, I think every reader has them. For me here is rootlessness. So the Tower to me is when that structure is not just being destroyed, right? In this case, we have, I think this is Poseidon. Oh, that was Siri. I think this is Poseidon, being swallowed by this giant squid. And if I'm wrong about that, that's embarrassing. But in any event, in this case, it's that feeling loss of control, feeling like, bad things are happening and we cannot control them. But really, it's an opportunity to see things in a different way. I don't know if that's really echoed in this particular Tower card, but when I see it upside down, it's rather than the opposite meaning, I feel with the Tower card at least, it's like an enhanced feeling. It's not just feeling like things are happening to us that are outside of our control, but really feeling rootless, not at all grounded. Like, remember yesterday we talked about free falling. It was in this card, or in this position. This is 100% echoing that feeling of free falling. And that's right next to the Five of Coins reversed. Now, fives are agents of chaos. of every suit. And in this case, it's chaos wreaking havoc on your finances. This could indicate a loss of a job, feeling like resources in general are running out. Not surprising to see next to the Tower. But the guidance here is the Queen of Coins. And the question here is how much of this is real and how much of this is in your head, are the thoughts that keep us up at night. I mean, actually, have you lost your job, or are you just afraid of losing your job? I mean, I know a lot of us have lost our jobs. But how real is that monster? How much do we just need to ground ourselves and actually seek the resources that are available to us, whether they be our savings, friends, family, or assistance, federal assistance, government assistance for now until the storm passes. So the questions I guess I would ask you in this first line: how are you grounding yourself in this uncertain time? How much, what is this feeling of free falling or rootlessness and chaos and this feeling that we don't have control of our lives? How is that showing up and how are you handling it? The next is the Five of Cups, another agent of chaos. The King of Wands reversed and the Hermit. Very similar to energy to the Five of Pentacles. So let's start here. Another agent of chaos, Five of Cups, but the cups in this case, chaos around our emotions. The Five of Cups, there's a little secret here. Now, of course, this card isn't showing it. Typically in the Five of Cups, we see 3 cups spilled and 2 cups still standing. I think this is just showing the fact that the 2 of Cups is showing up here. They're standing alone away from the other 3. The 3 of Cups is about turned over. The 3 is about loss. So this typically involves a third party. It's also, again, a card about gratitude. We're looking at the negative. It's a glass half empty kind of attitude, forgetting that there are 2 cups behind us waiting to be filled. It actually is a promise of joy. It's a promise of things getting better. But your focus right now is on the negative rather than on the kind of temporal nature of what it is that you're going through. Now, the King of Wands is the King of Fire. He is dynamic. He's a leader. And this is just really speaking to maybe some loss of faith in leaders right now. It could also be feeling thwarted from being able to move forward with whatever plans you had or have, and not having that ability to chase your dreams right now, whatever they might be. Again, it could also, the King of Wands is a leader. It could be disillusionment of a leader, or feeling disillusioned in maybe personally, I'll speak for myself, the partisan nature that's come about the fact, in these times, and that, personally in New York City, I really can't manage those politics right now. I'm still grieving the loss of some very good friends, and I'm still just figuring out how to cope with quarantine still, and the prospect of another 24 hours in this apartment alone. So it could just be exhaustion of the back and forth, and the fact that is happening is, I think, allowing, kind of encouraging us all to look at this in a negative way, rather than as a grounding time in our current situation, to start to grow new types of roots. This is also telling me the answer is not in necessarily money. I mean, I don't know that money is going to recover anytime soon. This is really speaking to me of the spiritual aspects and how there's opportunities for spiritual growth right now. No one said spiritual growth is easy. Because here we have the Hermit. Now, what jumped out at me was just this hoarding that we're seeing all around the world. Mine. This dragon, like, what does a dragon have for gold? Need for gold? Like, what is he going to do with gold? Like, just like, what is someone going to do with 90,000 rolls of toilet paper? Why? Oh my gosh, Siri, seriously, I don't know if you can hear that. When I ask a question, my phone is like, Siri is answering me. But this feeling of like wanting to create security, wanting to hold on to the things that matter. And what that does to us, like he's turned in on himself. He's not out there flying like dragons are meant to fly. He's turned in like in a ball, not using his power, not able to use his power because he's focused on holding on to material things. How much of that is true and how much of that is in our head? So with this line, I would ask you, how are you looking at things with the glass half empty? Is there a desire for leadership in yourself or others that's not there? And how is that seriously? And how is that, I'm sorry, Siri keeps answering me. And if you're hearing that, I apologize. And how is that impacting the way you hold on to things too tightly or irrationally? The reason when I said I don't mean for this to be political, we have the Knight of Swords reversed, the Four of Cups reversed. I really kind of wanted to deliver this very happy reading on this full moon, but that's not happening. And the Three of Coins reversed. I'm sorry, Three of Coins. It's not reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed is what has me troubled. My reading of this, any time of the year, I would say, is there's to the person I'm reading for, I would say, is there someone in your life who is willing to put their needs above yours, who is over willing to sacrifice for causes that he believes in or she believes in? What price are we going to pay to reopen? We have the Four of Cups, which is about refusal, not acknowledging the gifts that are being given to us, pushing away offers of love, pushing away offers of compassion. Again, not feeling as though we're getting what we deserve on an emotional level, and often waiting for things to come to us which never materialize. And this, again, Pentacles are just dominating the suits. The Three of Pentacles is the work card. It is the craftsman. It's learning your craft. It is about teamwork. A well-oiled machine at work. So again, this could just be a focus of feeling trapped, that we're not able to work in the way that we want to work. We're not being able to, see our family and feel emotionally full the way we want to feel. And because of that, we're willing to put our needs potentially above the needs of others. So that kind of speaks for itself in terms of question. How is this energy showing up in your life? This work energy, this, refusing to kind of be emotionally available for other people, and how are we putting our needs and the needs of, maybe our immediate family above the collective today. And how much of that is real, and how much of that is is coming from a place of fear. You know, people often ask, or say the opposite of love is hate, but I don't actually believe that to be true. I think the opposite of love is fear. Fear is where anger is born and hate is born. This is absolutely, to me, asking you to consider how fear is showing up in your life. Is it that monster in your head that isn't real? Or are there actually tangible things that are happening to you right now? Loss of work, loss of a loved one, that's causing frustration, that's making you feel as though you have to hoard your possessions, hoard your feelings, only look out for those in your immediate circle. And how can we ground ourselves in compassion? How can we look at these things outside of the lens of fear? And when we do that, how do they look? When we take the fear glasses off, how do they look? I hope this was helpful and not full moon rambling. Either is possible. Thanks for stopping by. Know you're loved, and I will talk to you soon.